Hey, mahal everyone, welcome back again to the Broadway Saiyan YouTube channel. I'm your host 40 and we are back with another video on the global version of Dissidia Opera Omnia. In today's video, we are going to be discussing the upcoming Chapter 7 Ember Manor that is going to be hitting global on March 29th. Now, if you guys remember, the last video I did kind of talking about what the next event was to come was supposed to be the Prish event because I was going off of the Japanese timeline. But as we all know, global definitely loves to surprise us, and it's really cool that they're giving us Chapter 7 early before it was supposed to come out compared to the Japanese version of the game. So great job again, global Square Enix team. Thank you for showing some love and showing some support for the global community for this game. We love what you guys are doing. Please keep it up. You know, you guys are doing a great job. Anyway, so Chapter 7, Ember Manor is what it's called, is going to be featuring another new story. We're going to be getting 3 new characters, a new weapon summon banner, new summon, new enemies and bosses, and Square Enix, Josh's favorite FF villain, is coming to us as a boss in this chapter as well. So let's go ahead and get into the details. So the first thing I want to talk about is obviously the most exciting part, or at least what I think is the most exciting part, which is the summoning banner. Now, seeing as they gave us 35 CP weapons early with the Tidbit release, more than likely this banner is going to be featuring 35 CP weapons for the 3 characters, which are Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Layle, FF7's Vincent Valentine, and FF8's Zell. Now, it is gonna look a little overwhelming if they have all of the 35 CP and all of the 15 CP in one banner, but I think it's going to be cool. It's going to be a variety of a lot of weapons for us to pull. So let's just take a quick look at what's going to be featured. So we got the 5-star 35 CP for Zell, the Gauntlet. We have the 5-star 15 CP for Zell, which is the Maverick. Then we also, you know, have the 4-star CP, 10 CP weapon, which is the Metal Knuckle for Zell. And then we also we should be getting his 5-star 35 CP armor, which is Zell's jacket. That is going to be purchasable with the guard medals. Those are the details on those. So if you guys want to take a quick look, that is the details on those equipment. Moving forward, we have the 4-star 20 CP Zell's jeans. Kind of funny how the 5-star is the jacket and the jeans, but you can only equip one. So if you only equip the jacket, does that mean Zell has no jeans on? Anyways, going off topic, the next ones that we have is the 5-star 35 CP Paseo Kalinda for Layle, and then the 5-star 15 CP Phantom Tita for Layle, and then the 4-star 10 CP Gravity Ball for Layle. And again, those are the details right there. So if you guys want to take a quick look, this is what these weapons do if you have them equipped on the specific character. Moving forward, we have the 5-star 35 CP Layle's jacket and the 4-star 20 CP Layle's goggles. And then moving forward to Vincent is the 5-star 35 CP Dark Shout. So that's the details on all of those pieces of gear. And then lastly, let's go ahead and take a look at the 5-star 15 CP Short Barrel for Vincent, the 4-star 10 CP Quicksilver for Vincent, the 5-star 35 CP Vincent's Mantle for Vincent, and the 4-star 20 CP Crimson Bandana. So that is all of the details for the particular gear. You guys can feel free, to pause the video whenever I talk about this, or rewind, fast forward if you guys want to take a look at what those details are. But that is what those pieces of gears do. So if you guys have tickets saved up, if you guys are looking to go hard on this banner with those gems, be ready, because if they feature all of this gear, it's gonna be slightly overwhelming, but at the same time pretty exciting that it's all going to be coming to us at once for Chapter 7. Alright, moving forward, so what are the details on this particular chapter? So there's going to be 23 total story missions, 14 side missions, there's going to be 2 extra missions, there's going to be 5 character missions for Zell and Layle, and then the gate missions for this are going to be defeat 10 Sahagins, defeat 10 Sweepers, recruit Zell and Layle, and level both Zell and Layle to level 10. Let's go ahead and talk about the characters now. So the first one that we're going to be running into is Zell from FF8, our physical melee attacker brawler style character. He is going to have a crystal affinity of red or fire, if you want to call it that way. Looking at his stats, what really stands out to me is he has good HP, he has pretty good max brave, pretty good attack, fairly good defense. He lacks, though, on initial brave. However, because his max brave and attack are somewhat high, it kind of makes up for it. He has 2 abilities, which are Punch Rush and Booyah. Now, Booyah does have the lightning element imbued into it, and upon using either one of these abilities, he goes into what's called dual status. So it's kind of like think of it as like a more heightened, upgraded version of himself. So when he's in dual status, he gets 3 different abilities, which is Burning Rave, and he also gets Brave Attack Plus, and he gets Meteor Barrage. However, keep in mind, after you use either Burning Rave or Meteor Barrage, it resets him from the dual status, so it reverts the abilities back to Booyah and back to Punch Rush. So those are the details of the abilities right there. So he's kind of a little bit like Prish, and I did talk about Prish prior to this. I did talk about the Prish event that should be coming soon as well. So he's a little like Prish. Except this time he gains like a heightened status for himself while he's in dual status. So that's pretty cool. Zell is gonna definitely be fun to play with. The next character that we will be getting, and by far I think is going to be the character with the most theory crafting, team building, synergy wise, because he introduces a new mechanic to us, is Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Layle. So what is Layle's role? He's going to be a magic chain chase support. So he is going to be the first character that is really going to be working on influencing the chain attacks, or aka the chase sequences. So let's take a look at his stats first. So he is a yellow lightning crystal affinity. Looking at his stats again, decent HP, pretty good initial brave, pretty good max brave, pretty good attack. However, his defense is actually pretty good too. So his stats are actually quite balanced across the board. Like nothing overly stands out, but nothing like is underly, overshadowed and things like that. The 2 abilities he gets is Field Burst and Energy Gain. So the new mechanic that these abilities have is that they, first of all, Field Burst does what's called gravity down. So that is a low probability of having gravity down after you use Field Burst, and what this does is that initiating chase sequences or chain attacks is going to be a lot easier because it lowers the amount of hits. So in a sense, it influences the chain/chase HP of each enemy. So it influences that as long as you're able to get the gravity down status. Now with Energy Gain, it makes it easier to initiate these. So I could definitely see some nice strategy and synergy that everyone's going to be trying to build if you guys decide to use Layle. To me, he's the most interesting of the 3 for the new characters coming out for Chapter 7. So definitely going to have some fun using Layle. And the last character we're going to be getting is FF7's Vincent Valentine. He is definitely a fan favorite. I know a lot of people are excited for him. So he is going to be a ranged attacker and debuffer. His crystal affinity, which I feel is kind of interesting, is light or white crystals. I thought he was going to be dark, but he's light. So kind of interesting considering his personality and things like that. Taking a look at his stats, his HP is kind of on the low side. It's at 3,859 at crystal level 50 and level 50. His initial brave is also kind of low. However, his max brave makes up for it. It's quite high, going all the way up to 1,500 at level 50 and crystal level 50. Pretty good attack and pretty good defense. So really the only thing you gotta watch out for is low HP and low initial brave. So he has 2 abilities. Both of them have an element attached to them. So Beast Flare, Deadly Beast Flare has fire attached to it. So what this does is it inflicts a medium initial brave down on the enemy and also a fire resistance down for 4 turns. And it gives him a fire enchantment. So that means the fire element is going to be active on Vincent's attacks for 4 turns. So that is pretty cool. And then Livewire Shot has the lightning element imbued into it. So that does pretty much the same thing as what Deadly Beast Flare does, except now it inflicts a medium attack down. It also inflicts lightning resistance down for 4 turns, and it grants him the lightning enchantment, meaning that for 4 turns, his attacks are going to have the lightning element attached to them. And Livewire, after using it, does have an ability upgrade for Brave Attack. It turns it into Brave Attack Plus, so that changes it into a 1-hit Brave Attack with a low action delay, and that lasts for 6 turns after you use Livewire Shot. However, you want to keep in mind that you only have access to this if you manage to pull his 5-star 35 CP weapon Dark Shout, because you do need that passive for that to activate. So those are going to be the details on the 3 characters. Now we also are going to be getting a new summon. It's going to be Alexander. So Alexander is the first summon that we're going to get that has the elemental attribute of Holy. So his blessing grants us 5% HP regen for 3 turns when our HP is less than 20%. Obviously that is going to change when you do level him up, but this is going to be his initial stats. His ability is he inflicts 500 magic Holy Brave damage, and he grants our party the Holy attribute. His summon speed is the same as Ramu, Ifrit, and Shiva. moderately slow. He gives us 5 summon turns, and he has a max brave bonus of 1,000 that he grants the party. So the last thing that I want to touch on here is the noteworthy bosses to encounter. So the first one is going to be Kefka, because Square Enix Joshua is Kefka, because he likes Kefka. Josh, I had to throw that out there, so sorry buddy if I embarrassed you a bit. The other boss that we're going to be encountering that's noteworthy is actually Vincent. I was actually quite surprised to find out that we're actually going to be fighting Vincent first, so that's interesting. Next one is going to be Atma Weapon. So I like to call him Atma Weapon. I'm not sure what he's going to be called upon the global release of Chapter 7, but Atma Weapon, if you guys remember, was a boss from Final Fantasy VI that you encounter in the floating continent. And then the other noteworthy boss that we are going to be encountering is Cloud of Darkness, the main villain for Final Fantasy III. Alright guys, so after discussing the details, I do want to show you guys just a little bit of a gameplay from Chapter 7 with the Japanese account that I borrowed from my friends. Let's go ahead and take a look. Alright guys, well here we are, showing you guys a little bit of gameplay from Chapter 7. So this is the map right here. I really like how the manor kind of reminds me of the mansion from Final Fantasy VII. You know, when you go into that mansion, you find out the history of Genova, and then we meet our boy Vincent. So it's kind of cool that they did that. As you can see right here, if we move towards here, there are the quest missions for Zell. And then there's actually another one right here, which I find very interesting. And then there's 2 right there for Layle, and then right over there, there's some more for Layle. So that's pretty nice. So the battle that I want to show you guys, we're going to fight one of the battles here, and we are going to be taking the characters featured on this chapter, which are Zell, Layle, and Vincent. So this one, let me click back. I forgot to I want to show you guys. So we're going to go do the boss fight where we fight both Cloud of Darkness and Kefka. So this is going to be really fun to see. So we're going to go ahead and take, let's take the Squall. And we are going to be using the Alexander summon. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at some of these abilities. Let's go ahead and use a Punch Rush. I like it, nice. Alright, let's use this one. Field Burst. And then with Vincent, let's go with a deadly, the deadly Flare Burst. Add the fire element to him. Nice. Alright, looks like we can already finish off some of these guys. Let's finish off this Onion Knight mannequin here. Alright, and then the second round, we have a Vivi mannequin and an Ida mannequin. We're just going to go with standard brave attacks here. Don't want to waste too much of their abilities because I do want to save them for the actual boss fight. Here we go. Oh snap. We're fighting both of them. Pretty epic. Alright, so let's... Let's use Live Wire Shot now. Alright, so now we have 2 elements to our attacks. We have both lightning and fire. Okay. Let's attack Kefka with Burning Rave. Oh, he broke us. Alright, let's do Live Wire Shot again. Oh, our boy Zell's dying. Right, let's go ahead and summon Alexander. Nice. We summoned Alexander. Let's finish off Cloud of Darkness, and we're gonna work on softening our boy Kefka up here. Let's finish off Kefka. Let's use Meteor Barrage. Ooh, nice. Very cool. Alright guys, well that is going to be it. A little bit of showcase there from one of the battles from the upcoming Chapter 7. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. Again guys, it's coming out March 29th, so very, very soon. We do have maintenance incoming, so that is more than likely going to be prepping the global version of the game for the release of Chapter 7. Again guys, if you enjoy my videos, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe if you're new for future Dissidia Opera Omnia content. I am the Broadway Saiyan, my name is 40. You guys stay tuned for the next video, and to mahal everyone.